Now to an exclusive story. KIRO 7 is speaking with Amanda Knox, who spent almost 15 years trying to shake blame for something she didn't do. The Seattle native was just 20 when she was accused of killing her roommate, Meredith Kercher, in Italy in 2007. 2 years later, she and her boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito, were convicted of the sexual assault and murder. After 4 years in prison and a string of appeals, they were exonerated by Italy's highest court. Now, Monique, you've been covering this case since the beginning.
Yeah, I went to Italy for 2 trials and was just feet away from Amanda Knox when a judge ordered her released. But I just met her for the first time a few days ago, and I asked her about the story she told police that she admits was not true. Now she's explaining why she lied.
It's such a gift to be given your freedom back after it's been taken from you.
Amanda Knox today looks very similar to the young college student you remember, the one I first saw in a courtroom in Perugia, Italy. Knox's attorneys tried to take apart the case against her piece by piece.
Both are acquitted.
But more than 10 years after she was released, Amanda's life looks very different. She has a career, writer and journalist, and a husband, Christopher Robinson.
This is our incredible vocal booth.
They have a podcast, Labyrinths, and a daughter, Eureka. But Amanda is not entirely free.
When she was born, I can't tell you the number of people who were like, I hope your baby dies. I hope your baby gets murdered.
Fire-breathing hate that gets its oxygen from the spiral that started November 2nd, 2007, in a beautiful medieval college town. But here, police had discovered a gruesome murder scene. Meredith Kercher found sexually assaulted, stabbed to death. Amanda was shocked and terrified and turned to police. And at the beginning, you were, I want to help.
Absolutely. The entire time I volunteered to this questioning because it never occurred to me to not help the police.
5 days of questioning, more than 10 hours a day.
I was led to believe after hours and hours of questioning by the police, after being lied to, after being hit, that I had amnesia, that I had been so traumatized by witnessing Meredith's murder that I couldn't remember it.
She eventually told them she had heard Meredith being assaulted, and she placed her boss, bar owner Patrick Lumumba, at their apartment. I think it is tempting for people to say, how could she implicate an innocent man?
Yeah.
Help us understand that.
It's when you are gaslit so much by the police that you come to believe them. And it was only after they finally stopped the interrogation, they stopped yelling at me, they finally let me sleep, they finally let me eat, that I realized what had happened, that I had admitted to something that I did not have any memory of.
You retracted your confession pretty quickly, right?
Yes, almost immediately.
And then the train was down the tracks.
Yes.
Investigators decided part of her confession was wrong. Lumumba had an alibi. And fingerprints and DNA left at the scene and in the blood belonged to small-time drug dealer and thief Rudy Gaudet. Lumumba was released, Gaudet arrested. But the real focus turned to Amanda and her boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito, by both the prosecution and the media.
Lawyers in the courtroom called me Luciferina, called me a drug-addled whore who looked like an angel. I remember thinking, like, this is all insane nonsense.
She had tried to explain her false confession. It didn't work then, even in Italian.
Ricordi. Boom.
She's trying again now.
I was 100% gaslit and lied to, which is why the deception bill is so important.
She's talking about and pushing for a deception bill in Washington. It would set new rules for investigators questioning witnesses or suspects. Right now, they are untethered by the truth.
Let's just all agree not to lie. It seems like such a sort of obvious thing. I think a lot of people are even surprised that cops can lie to you in the interrogation room.
Italy's highest court exonerated Amanda and Sollecito. The European Court of Human Rights even ordered Italy to pay compensation for violating her rights during questioning. But Amanda says coerced confessions still condemn innocent people.
And that happens all the time.
She points to Melissa Lucio, a woman on death row in Texas. Investigators questioned her in the death of her young daughter, Mariah, in 2008.
Now, are you a cold-blooded killer?
Her attorneys say after hours of questioning, she told investigators what they wanted to hear. that she had beaten her baby. Just last month, Lucio was granted a stay of execution. She now may get a new trial. Amanda understands how people like Lucio can make false confessions, people like herself.
And they're exhausted, and they just want to get out of this room after they've been talking to the same people, answering the same questions over and over and over again for 20 hours straight. And so they'll say, fine, yes, sure, I did it, thinking that the evidence will come through and prove them innocent.
The Innocence Project determines 29% of wrongful convictions overturned by DNA testing involved false confessions. By Amanda's second trial, experts showed DNA tied only Rudy Gaudet to the scene of Meredith Kercher's murder.
It may boil down to whether this jury believes that the woman standing in front of them is capable of committing this gruesome crime.
In 2011, the jury believed her.
I'm really overwhelmed right now.
She came home.
But I spent 1,428 days in prison.
Now, no more separation from her family. She has even started her own. The vilified Seattle student has graduated onto a full life. But she still carries a sentence that looks similar to the one she was supposed to shed more than a decade ago.
I was lost. I was very, very lost for a very long time. And I had to find myself again. And I had to let go of parts of myself that were gone forever because of what I went through, and rebuild my life and my sense of identity in spite of everything that had happened and everything that continues to happen.
You see all the pain that she still carries with her, and so much of the prison time, everything she's gone to is in part because she wanted to tell the truth from the beginning and help investigators.
Exactly. She was 20 years old. She was in a foreign country. Her friend just got murdered. You can see how there's a lot of confusion there, and she paid for it, and she still is, quite frankly. After that experience, you may wonder, like, I remember somebody saying, well, she'll never go back to Italy again. She actually did. So what made her return? We're going to talk about that coming up at 7 o'clock.
So much more to learn.